RGC down 0.47%. Intraday high in Friday, the 3rd of October's post-market session, $17.72. So the stock has still maintained its strong bullish trend, largely thanks to the expansion, the huge expansion that happened in June that saw its peak as of the 17th of June. However, the stock has been in a short to medium term bullish trend. I would say since late or middle of August up till lately. Yeah, the extrapolation is saying that it may continue up till today, may begin to decline from tomorrow. No guarantee that that will be the case. However, before we continue with the technicals, let's just get an overview of what's been going on with the company.
In recent months, it has seen dramatic moves, partly fueled by a 38 for 1 forward stock split that took effect in June. After the split, the stock quadrupled in its first trading session, drawing huge attention and volatility. The stock has a tiny public float, which exacerbates volatility and makes the price more sensitive to buying/selling pressure. Fundamental and risk profile. Here's where things get dicey. No revenue. The company has reportedly not generated any meaningful revenue to date. Loss making. Over the past few fiscal years, the company has incurred losses. Lack of regulatory approvals, patents, or distribution. According to disclosures, Regencell has no approved products, no granted patents, and limited or no distribution infrastructure. Highly concentrated insider ownership. CEO Yat-Gai Au owns a large majority of shares. The public float is extremely limited, meaning the stock is especially vulnerable to manipulation or wild swings. Speculation, not fundamentals, driving the price. Many analysts warned that the share price is being driven by momentum, hype, and speculative positioning rather than tangible business progress. One seeking alpha analysis calls it a strong sell, arguing that with no fundamentals or a sustainable narrative, the stock may follow the boom and bust pattern of other speculative names. Recent market behavior and red flags. After the stock split, huge volatility resumed. The stock has gained and lost double digit percentages intraday. Some report that in a single session, shares rose 122% on a given day before reversing. Because the company's fundamentals are weak or opaque, many observers label the setup speculative and refer to it as a house of cards. Compass. What to watch going forward. If you're watching or considering trading this, here are key metrics and signals to monitor. After hours or pre market activity, these sessions may hint at momentum shifts before regular trading begins. Short interests or coverage. Any evidence of short sellers being forced to cover could fuel sharp upside. Volume spikes, whether there's genuine buying interest or just speculative bursts. Catalyst announcements. Clinical trial data, regulatory filings, or other fundamental news could validate or bust the narrative.
Okay, so I mean we know very well, given this expansion that upper projections go as high as $121.24. Okay, but as things stood as of Friday, the 3rd of October, based on this daily chart, projections were to the downside 16.58, upper projections 18.33, 19.41. Price pressure momentums, let's see what we have down here. They are all both the 10 and 21 day moving averages are trending. However, their derivatives are fractional, indicating that there's also a strong amount of selling pressure going on. Yeah, so this is what you have to bear in mind. So let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I can see what I mean by in the short term. Yeah, that has been trending. It's been in a bullish trend. Yeah, I can see that this is from the 25th of August. It's just been an uptrend, and the 40 period moving average has been serving as a primary demand line or support as well, if you depending on what you want to call it. Primary demand line meaning that each time it closes within one standard deviation of that moving average above or below, there's a demand by the next trading session. You can see that it all started on the 24th of September. So this is a 4 hour chart. So on a 4 hour chart, closing means after every 4 hours. I think it's eight. Is it 8 a.m. or one of those? But I know by the close of the trading session, that's one 4 hour. That's the end of 4 hours, and then that will be the next one will be 16 plus. That's 20 hours. That's 8 a.m. 8 p.m. New York time. That'll be the next 8 hours. So every yeah, that's what I mean by closing. So if it closes within one standard deviation, that's what has been going on. Yeah, you can see that. So it has happened 4 times. One, two, three, four times. So we don't exactly know whether this will continue because it has not happened again for some time. It has now moved on. The next one is the 10-day, 10 period moving average, and it has only done it once. We can't exactly also validate or confirm that it will happen again. So of late, it's got more volatile. Yeah, of late, as of Friday, as of the post market session of Thursday, the 2nd of October, it got more volatile. So the algos, as you can see, is clearly extrapolating a contraction that is expected, according to this extrapolation, is expected to remain in place up till Tuesday, the 14th of October. No guarantee that that will be the case. Projections are saying 18.09, 19.16, 19.82. Price pressure momentums are all robustly trending, and the derivatives are all in whole numbers. Yeah. Okay. Just be really careful with this with RGC. If you really want to get involved, it's hard to say that this is a you shouldn't buy it anymore. It's hard to say that because the stock has been expanding. It has the momentum hasn't really gone away since it's that expansion in June. Everybody was expecting that it was going to be plunged, indeed, but the expectation was that it was going to be dumped and abandoned, but it has not been abandoned. Yes, like that expansion is an anomaly. If it cools back from those levels, I think that's reasonable. That's reasonable. But the fact that it has continued to remain relevant, it hasn't totally gone into sub penny levels. It hasn't done that. So it's hard to convince anyone that this is that you should abandon it. You shouldn't look at it. But if anything, with every stock, you still have to be careful. With the best performing and the most fundamentally sound company, you still have to be careful. Okay, so have a look and see what you make of RGC, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.